Hello. I actually thought of something that I may be able to better explain and describe in talk instead of type. And that is basically the idea of what is this all going to look like. And it's difficult to identify as a transitioning androgen when there's no real clear path for that. Androgens are not in the transgender standards of care. There is no set guidelines. There are actually a number of therapists that won't work with androgens. There are all sorts of people that don't believe that I even exist, which can be really hard to hear because I do exist, I promise. And I think that a lot of that comes from the binary, the male and the female. That's what we have. That's what we see. That's what we have bathrooms for. That's what we have little boxes for on forms. There is no androgen bathroom. There is no androgen box that I can check on any forms. I have two choices, male and female. Those are my choices. But for me, internally, that's not what my transition is about. I'm not going from female to male. However, testosterone, being the funny little hormone that it is, may create an end result that appears to be male. So that murkies the water all the more. There is a fabulous little saying, drives me crazy, in the trans community, and that is that your mileage may vary. And they say it because it's true. You know, we could give testosterone to me, and I'm going to have, you know, this reaction, and my body's going to use this much, and so on and so forth. We could give somebody else the exact same dose, and they're going to have a completely and utterly different response to it. So, am I going to stay on testosterone and eventually I will look so male that I do not pass as female? Possible. Is it possible also that I continue to take testosterone and continue to look completely female with just a lower voice? Totally possible. So I am open to the possibilities because I don't really feel like I have another choice at this moment. If I am faced with a situation where I don't pass as female anymore, then I think I'm just going to have to stop trying at that point. The truth of the matter, the internal, is that I am an androgen. I have a lot of female beliefs and feelings and thoughts, likes and dislikes, but I have a whole bunch of male attributes, likes, dislikes, feelings, wants, etc., etc., etc. I am taking testosterone because that's what's causing me to not feel depressed anymore. That's what is running my brain in a way that is actually making me, for the first time in my life, comfortable in my skin. I don't want to claw my way out of this body anymore, now that I'm testosterone fueled. So I'm not taking tea because I want to be a boy. I'm not taking tea because I wish I had a penis. I'm taking tea because it makes me sane. It's making my body work right. Making my chemical level work right. I don't think taking testosterone makes me default boy. It may bring me to a point where I appear male. And I accept that as a valid, very possible, maybe even likely course of action, but that's not my aim. My aim is to continue to feel this sanity, this comfort, this grounded. I want to keep this. This is what I want to keep. And that happens on a chemical level. And that is happening on a chemical level. So, I've gotten into a couple of discussions on pronouns. And pronouns, especially for the androgen, are especially difficult, because it's not just simply, okay, stop calling me she, and now start calling me he. No. For the most part, I'm okay with my female pronouns. I still look like a girl for now. And pronouns were never the issue in the first place. Again, back to the chemical level. That's what started all of this. That's where the problem lied. For me, personally, and not speaking for anybody else, the problem isn't with pronouns and, any of the other stuff, really. So, pronouns don't bug me. But I prefer to be a person rather than a girl or a boy or a lady or a guy or any of those words. I just prefer to be a person. As far as he, she, that stuff, she is fine. Her is fine. I've been trying to figure out what an acceptable term for aunt and uncle, because I am an aunt. I have 3 wonderful, 2 nieces and 1 nephew, and currently I am their aunt, and I can't seem to find an appropriate gender neutral replacement. So as far as I'm concerned, I will continue to be their aunt for now, at least. Just kind of taking it one step at a time, because I can't predict the future. I can't say with any level of certainty that I am going to look like, I am going to present, I am going to think, I am going to be. I don't have any of that for anybody, and I feel kind of bad, because I think people probably want some level of expectation, and I'm sorry, all I can give you is that I'm a person, and testosterone is agreeing with me. That's all I got.